Heyo, fellow Legonians, fellow Brick fans, Autobots, Decepticons, Transformer fans, and YouTubers of the viewing audience. This is Dave Frost 1, reporting in once again with the next installment of 1 week and a few days of Devastation. And here we have before us Mixmaster, who originally was the other foot of Devastator, but now is the head of Devastator, more or less the leader this time. So you see the front of the box leading up to the top. Here's the left side with the same image of Devastator as all Constructicons of Studio Series Devastator have had. Here's the right side, which is a close-up of Mixmaster's face and the number 53. The bottom with useless information, and the back with the obligatory product shot and a brief bio and 21 steps to transform them from robot to vehicle and back. So, the vehicle mode is very cool looking. I used to think from the beginning that the cement drum was bigger than the was smaller than the cab, but now I just don't even give it a second thought. I think it's pretty accurate. But anyways, let's get on with the comparisons. So first off, we have Mixmaster from Generation 1 / Combiner Wars, as they are both cement trucks. Same scale, by the way, they are both Voyager. Just different appearances of vehicle mode, and also color and all that. Unfortunately, I do not have any Autobots to compare him with, because I do not have any Autobot cement trucks. But let's bring in the rest of the teammates, where we have Long Haul, Hightower, Rampage, and Scrap Metal. And they are teaming up quite nicely. So now, let's get on with the transformation. So where you want to start off is first detaching the side sections in the back, as well as the cement drum. Split it in half and separate what become the arms from the legs. Then flip him over. And let's start with continue with the legs section first. So split those in half and raise them up at the hips. Next, bring the cab section and the arms back and dig the head out. And then there's a tab here on the underside of the cab where you want to push on that to bring out the cannon silhouette of Mixmaster and make it look like he actually has the cannon, when he really doesn't. This is the best Hasbro could do for the attempt of Mixmaster having his cannon turret on his back. But we'll discuss that more later. And then you want to raise up the smokestacks as they hang off the back of the cab and just stick out to make the appearance look more cool for robot mode. Then come to the arms. Oh, and press up the side chest panels, which don't really serve a purpose. I'm not sure why they include that for any reason. So that's probably my only downside or dislike about this figure. But then come to the two halves of the cement drum and fold in the cement pipe. And then rotate it to where it hangs over the front. Or the tubing that supposedly connects it from the cement drum to the cab of sorts. I don't know why there is that detail. Then fold down the arms, or hands actually, and then disconnect the inner or the most front of the back wheels and untab it and untap it and disconnect it from the rest of the arm, forming the lower arm. And then fold down the lower portion of the cement drum and fold it up against the arm. Then you can angle the arms any way you like to. And you can rotate the top portion of the cement drum any way you would like to as well. So that's how the arm is meant to look like if you desire it to look that way. Come to the other side and do the exact same. Separate, fold in, and fold and rotate over the very front of the cement drum area. Disconnect, fold down, and rotate. There is a tab right here on this portion of the cement drum, and you can't really do anything about this where it prevents it from accurately folding in and looking like that. For it stops it from doing that, and it gets quite irritating. But it's a minor detail or a minor gripe. Not that big of a deal. And there you have it. You now have Mixmaster in robot mode. And you may want to play with him a little bit, as I just did, to stabilize him. Alright, so now let's bring in the comparisons. Alright, so with me I have the same comparisons from vehicle mode. So let's start off with fellow Constructicon Mixmaster. As they're both Voyager scale, but he's definitely taller. Next, we have the fellow Constructicons, fellow teammates of Hightower, Scrap Metal, Long Haul, and Rampage. And there you go. You have the Constructicons from Studio Series so far. Now let's get onto combination mode. So first, what you want to do is, like every case with every constructor come from the Studio Series, is revert him back to vehicle mode. For the most part. With a few modifications, if you will. So tuck the head in and tuck in the fake turret cannon. And then fold the feet back up. And fold them like this. And just leave them like that for the time being. Come up to the arms. And have the bottom half of the cement drum folded up like that. And then the hands out like that. And rotate to where the cab faces forward. And also then bring down the legs to where they're lower than the body. And make sure that the top half or top portion of the cement drum is up like that over this part. Then do the same for the other arm. And also raise up the smokestacks as they're required to be in their normal vehicle mode positioning. But yeah, the same for the other arm, where you rotate, fold down, fold over, fold over, and then bring the two arms together. So there we have Mixmaster mostly all the way. And one thing I noticed is that you want the top portion of the cement drum actually folded back to normal position, vehicle mode position. So here we have Mixmaster mostly in vehicle mode, as I've mentioned. And then come down to the legs, and there are slots in between the back two tires here that the feet tab into. But it takes a little finagling, or whatever the word is, to get them in there. So there we go. We now have both the feet tabbed in, and everything else seems to be in the correct position. Then come to the head, or the front cab, pull the engine grill and front wheels off of it, Rotate the smokestacks as far to the sides as you can. Sides as far as you can. To remove the top of the cab. And fold out the side portions that hide underneath the cab. And then fold out Devastator's head. All the way forward so that you can bring out these two red side panels that fold out to the, or that tab into the side panels on the sides that go on the sides of the cab. Fold the top of the cab back in and fold in those side portions. And there you have Devastator's head. And with the rest of the cab, where it's the engine grill, the headlights, and the front wheels, they have two tabs on the back, here and here. And they go and attach onto the bottom portions of the cement drum. But you definitely want to make sure the top portion of the cement drum is out of the way. And there we go. We now have Mixmaster in combination mode. One thing real quick. One thing I almost forgot to do is review the posability of the figure. So, the head is on ball joint, is also on the joint where it can fold up into the cab along with the body. The shoulders can rotate there and there. For some of it's due to transformation and otherwise. Then the elbow is on a joint as well. And then the hands, due to transformation, can also fold up and down like that. You can position the top portions of the cement drums any way you like, as well as the bottom portions. And then, as you just saw, there's also a rotation at the elbow, or in the middle of the upper arm. And then, due to transformation, the legs can go out that far. And they also rotate. There's no rotation at the hips. Because of how the figure was made. But there are knee joints. So you can definitely get awesome posability out of him. And there's also joints at the shin above the foot as well. But all said and done, he is an awesome figure. And he's pretty legit, as are all these figures, except for some minor downsides, but they're not all that major. But that is all I have to say for this review. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please stick around for the future content of LEGO and Transformers coming to the future of this channel. And I shall see you all next time. So long.